noticing there?
Everything is in water. Everything will just drown.
What are you reading about?
Oh.
What are you discovering? Let me take a look at the front cover. What does that front cover say?
Things in water.
What do you think that says? Do you know what it's called when things go underwater? What that's called?
Explosion.
It's actually called a flood. So these are all different pictures of areas that have floods.
A long time ago.
Actually, they still happen today. That's a really good question. This can happen today. Look at that. What are you noticing? Oh. What do you
That
see?
looks dangerous.
It does look dangerous.
It might sink.
Yeah. It says right here, floods are dangerous. So you were right. Oh my goodness. What's going on there?
The guy is building his house in the water.
Do you know what it's called when this happens to a house? It's called damage. It's got a lot of damage. Do you think
Why do
that?
we have to wear a mask?
You know, that's a good question. What do you think?
Last words here.
Why do you wear a mask? Yeah, it keeps you safe, right, from germs. This keeps you safe from this kind of germs. Because there's germs from all the icky water. You were doing a good job of asking questions
I don't know
about
what
that.
this what?
Well, what do you, when you see these, what is your
I don't
brain?
know what that says.
Right, but when you see these little cones on the road, what does your brain say?
Don't drive in the water.
Yeah, so this actually says danger, road closed. But you're right, staying away, right?
Yeah, because other people live in it.
What are you noticing? Say that again?
I don't know what that is.
What this animal is?
Yeah.
Where do you think you could find that out?
Scientists try to predict tsunamis. They look for.
Do you think the author might tell us somewhere?
What do you think these are?
Let's look in the mitten here.
Well,
It says, why is this dormouse curled up? So what is it called? It's called a dormouse. Yeah, so it's a mouse, but it's a certain kind of mouse. It's called a dormouse. So you know what you did? You know what you did? You were asking a question while you were reading, right? You were wondering something, and that's what readers do. And they can look around to find out through their books the answers to their questions. So that's a dormouse.
So what you do is you use that sentence to help you figure out what that word meant. Look at
What are you noticing and discovering?
this is flood.
It is a flood. What are you learning about floods?
We aren't supposed to be learning about floods.
Well, you are by reading.
Yeah.
Did you know when you read about floods, you learn?
No.
Yeah, you do. Should we read this? What do you think causes floods?
Some dams.
Good. Yeah. Anything else?
Flood lakes.
Possibly.
And when a yacht is too high.
I'm going to read this and you tell me what else you can add to your brain. Heavy rains can cause floods.
Yeah, because it weighs so much.
So what else can cause floods?
Rain.
Heavy rains, right? When it rains so hard. Yeah.
And the ground could get too much shadow, then it'll just float up.
Say that again?
The ground will just get too much shadow and it'll float up.
When the ground gets too much water, right? Yeah, that's good thinking. It can't hold all the water, can it? It can't contain all of it. Nice. What are you thinking? What are you finding out here? When we read this last time, we learned that word, didn't we? What are these people called? Let's ask our friends. Boys, when we read this book last time, we learned what these guys are called. What are they called? Paramedics. Sometimes we call them medical workers, but another name is paramedics, right? So we learned that last time. Right. Yeah. But now we're seeing it again in another book, aren't we?
This is probably the same book.
I don't know.
This
Is there other- I think there's other books that it was in actually. Yeah, let's see what it says here. The paramedic works to keep people safe. Why do you think he has that on?
Because so you can hear you. Guess what? I don't know how this has got black water because the road's not black. How is it all black?
What do you think?
Because of the yards, but then it would be green. 'Cause of the grass.
Why else do you think the water's muddy?
I would think summer flood or summer rain. Or because I know why it could get sucked up from the soil, but the soil must have not a lot of time to suck it up.
Can you get a Post-it and let's share that picture and ask our friends. Go get a Post-it and mark that spot.
Post it.
A Post-it note and mark that spot.
What are they trying to do? They're adapting to their environment, aren't they? Oh, you do. Oh, I left them over there. I'll grab one. Sorry, sweetie.
What are you learning here? What are you learning about Arctic foxes?
Alright, let's answer some
What did you learn?
I didn't read this yet.
You didn't read it yet? Girls, what did you learn?
We
What
learned
did you discover?
we discovered about
So that's a question. Someone's asking, are the foxes...
I found it out.
Oh, so you're wondering if they're always white. That's a question you have?
It's like and a thousand.
Oh, so you're showing that they're not always white. The Arctic fox? Okay. What were you thinking?
Look at they stand, they keep getting born until they die.
Why do you think they're doing that?
I don't know. Probably so then when they go in, they get a box.
Where are your questions? Oh, you guys didn't have that question, did you?
No.
It was for the
We're
other
trying
group?
to figure out what this is for.
What is that for?
We don't know yet. It was handed off.
Can I take a peek at it? It might just be something that a teacher left in there. Yep. It's just a notebook, so it's not anything. What are you guys reading about?
I'm reading about this. I'm reading about this.
Arctic wolves, snowy owls. What's that animal? Say more about the narwhal.
That it has a really big horn.
Say that again?
That it has a really big horn.
Do you know what that's called? Why don't you look inside and see if you guys can find out what that long nose is called?
Narwhals basically look like a big whale with like a sparkly golden horn right on top of their head.
Look inside and see if you can help them find out what that nose is called.
A nose?
Yeah. Is it called a nose?
No.
What's it called?
It's a horn, but
It's a horn. Is it called a horn?
Yeah, it's either called a magical horn or a horn, but it's used in.
Let's see if we can find it.
I think this is the page that we have to look at. Guys, we have to look at all of these. This looks like a table.
I'm wondering if there's a table of contents in this book. Does it have a table of contents? It does. It says, narwhals in the sea, parts of a narwhal, pictures, read more. Which one do you think would talk about the nose?
Oh, I have a contents too.
Parts?
I have a contents.
Yeah, you do have a contents. Let's look for parts. What page would we go to?
22.
Yeah, let's go to page 22. Okay, so what are we trying to find out?
22.
What that's called. Oh, look what it's called. What does that say?
I think it is a tusk.
It is. It's called a tusk. So we were thinking it was called a nose. But this is a diagram that's teaching us that it's called a tusk.
I want to find
So now you know this is what's this called?
a tusk.
A tusk.
I want to find
Could
out.
you find a post-it and then you can share that and teach that to the class today, okay? Can you find a post-it?
I want to